This is Valley News Live at 10.
Good evening, I'm Justin Betty.
And I'm Stacy Van Dyke. We begin tonight with a look at a couple different crashes that caused some issues for drivers in the FM area tonight. Shortly after 6, Moorhead police responded to a car in a water-filled ditch at I-94 and 34th Street. Scanner traffic indicated at least one person was trapped inside. Police have not confirmed that information. As of about 7:30, a reporter on the scene saw crews able to tow a GMC pickup out of the ditch. No word on the condition of anyone involved.
Meanwhile, Highway Patrol says the I-25 overpass from I-94 is safe despite being hit by a piece of machinery. Around 6:30 tonight, a truck was towing an excavator on a trailer on I-94 eastbound when the arm of the excavator hit several concrete bridge girders, causing some concrete to fall all over the interstate. The interstate was temporarily reduced to 2 lanes, but has since been fully reopened. Highway Patrol now tells us they have inspected the overpass and completed a temporary fix to stop the concrete from falling. The truck driver was cited for being over height.
To the forecast, the first of 3 more wintry weather days begins tomorrow. Meteorologist Nathan Hopper joins us with details. Nathan?
Yeah, thanks, Stacy. I know I'm not going to be the most popular guy delivering this forecast this evening, but some wintry changes begin as early as tomorrow and really take hold as we go into Wednesday and Thursday. Right now, though, not looking too bad out there. Grand Forks, home of Economy Skycam, seeing a bit of a breeze there on those flags in the parking lot, but by and large, we're quiet across the region. Temperatures have cooled into the 30s for most of us, still seeing that southeast wind around, say, 10 to 20 miles per hour across the board here. But for the next 2 days, the wind will really pick up as we go into our Tuesday morning, and we're watching for the chance of some rain showers for that morning commute. We may be seeing some snow showers mixing in there in some of the colder neighborhoods up toward the north on Tuesday also. But Wednesday is the first of 2 first alert weather days, even windier as we head into Wednesday, with a better chance of some more organized snow showers and some mixed showers in the warmer neighborhoods off toward the south. Now, here's how things look right now. Seeing some high clouds moving over the region. Not looking too concerning at this time, but notice some green showing up on the radar. That's ahead of the low pressure system that we're expecting to cause some active weather for our neck of the woods starting tomorrow. There's the low right there. You can see it churning in off the coast of British Columbia, Washington State, Oregon. Of course, as I said, some wintry changes on the way. Stacy, Justin, I'll break down what we can expect for the next couple days here in a few minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Nathan.
New tonight, the West Fargo City Commission has approved bonds to build a new fire department headquarters.
Valley News Team's Nishay Taylor joins us now live in studio to tell us why commissioners say this is so necessary. Nishay?
See, Justin, last year the West Fargo Fire Department responded to more than 2,500 calls for service within the city, but most of those calls were in the area where the new fire headquarters is set to be built. It's currently being served by a station on the other side of town, which only has 5 full-time firefighters. Now, the West Fargo Fire Department splits the city into 6 planning zones. Zone 1 is where the new HQ will be built. It sits just south of Main Avenue and stops at Fargo city limits. This area is considered the oldest part of the city, and fire officials say the zone includes a large elderly community and low-income housing. Fire Chief Dan Fuller says this area isn't getting the response times it needs.
We knew that we had to get full-time firefighters into this area. It's a time from when the alarm goes off till they're in the truck leaving. You know, we try to keep that to 60 to 90 seconds as much as we can, but the travel time is where it really gets us, and we can't control the travel time.
Chief Fuller says the department is aiming to get response times for fire calls down to the national average of 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Stacy, Justin?
Hey, thanks so much, Nishay. The new fire headquarters is scheduled to open next summer.
Meanwhile, the man involved in a shooting at a downtown Fargo hotel was sentenced today, 6 months after representing himself at trial and convincing a jury to acquit him of attempted murder. 56-year-old Henry Aiken now stands convicted of terrorizing, reckless endangerment, and unlawful use of possession of a firearm. Aiken has been in jail since November of 2019 when that shooting happened. Today he was sentenced to 3 years in prison. However, he'll get credit both for time served as well as accumulated good time, meaning he'll get out later this year. Once released, Aiken has been ordered to spend 90 days getting a mental health evaluation as well as 5 years supervised probation. Officials in the Northern Valley are investigating an early morning assault at the Grand Forks Middle School. Police were called to Valley Middle School around 9 for a fight between two students. They say one was taken to the hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. At this point, no charges have been forwarded. Grand Forks Public Schools officials say the school was put on lockdown, but for less than 10 minutes. Officials are unable to release many details. The school says the fight was caused by a disagreement that happened over the weekend.
Fargo school board members will meet in a special session tomorrow to consider firing a teacher accused of inappropriate behavior in the classroom. The district superintendent is recommending the board dismiss Kevin Kennedy, who teaches at South High School. Some of the accusations include Kennedy asking a student whether they've sent nude photos, giving a student a neck massage, and talking about a student's grades to others. Bemidji police are still searching for a missing girl, and now they're asking people who live in that area to check all outbuildings or other areas that can be used for shelter. Nevaeh Kingbird was reported missing in Bemidji back in October. A $1,000 reward is now being offered through Crime Stoppers for any information that leads to her being found. More than 50 preteens and teenagers have run away from home already this year, just in the FM area. And experts say running away comes down to three main things: mental health, family life, and school life. They say it's important for parents to establish good and open communication with your children from the get-go.
Have you ever felt that way, that you needed to kind of escape or run away in a sense? Be open in the conversation, saying, you know, if you feel that way, please come to us.
Car rides are a great time to talk to your teens because they don't have to look at you. They know they're going to get out of the car soon.
Both Booth and Smeestad there say while anger is a valid emotion, it's important to take a step back and try to figure out what led to their disappearance, as well as getting the help they need.
New at 10, Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson is expected to be confirmed as the first black female Supreme Court justice later this week. Today, the Senate Judiciary Committee voted 11-11 along party lines as to whether to send that nomination to the full floor. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer called for a vote to break that deadlock, which was approved by every Democrat and 3 Republican senators: Susan Collins, Mitt Romney, and Lisa Murkowski. Most Republicans approve her credentials, but cite concerns over her judicial philosophy as to why they oppose. Help may be on the way for those struggling with the high cost of insulin. According to the Healthcare Cost Institute, prices for insulin doubled between 2012 and 2016. Last week, a bill to limit that cost passed the U.S. House, is now on its way to the Senate. The Affordable Insulin Now Act would cap insulin prices at either $35 a month or 25% of insurance plan's price, depending on which is lower. The bill would cover patients under private health insurance and Medicare.
Busy route for cars and boats in Otter Tail County is about to be shut down for part of the spring and summer. Construction started today to rebuild the County Highway 14 bridge at Star Lake after it was set on fire back in 2020. The project is estimated to cost about $900,000.
New at 10.
Valley News Live has had a challenge as you take a garbage bag and fill it up with all the trash that came in through the winter. Surprisingly, although this was put out in Fargo, 2 people in Alabama have also posted on their website. So, John, I give you this challenge. Let's see how well we can do to clean up the area that you live.
Absolutely.
Other thing is tonight.
That is Mayor Tim Mahoney pushing the garbage bag challenge at tonight's City Commission meeting, and this is this morning. As our team cleaned up the area around our station, we're hoping that you and your family and friends will get involved as well wherever you live. When you finish, you take a picture with your garbage bag and send it to valleynewslive.com. Show us what you have cleaned up. There's a tab on the top of the page labeled Garbage Bag Challenge.
Weather in Florida was to blame for the travel nightmares of several Minnesotans this weekend.
David Schumann has details, including what you can do to make your flying experience a little smoother.
Boy Scout Troop 248 was near Chicago when we spoke to them Sunday. They were driving 3 rental vans back to West St. Paul from Miami.
You have to be able to count on your airline. They have one job, to get you to and from safely.
Their Sun Country flight Saturday was canceled hours before takeoff with no rebooking options for days. They say the airline could only give a refund.
We didn't count on a 26-hour drive home. We weren't prepared for that.
Thunderstorms in Florida are being blamed for hundreds of flight cancellations across the nation this weekend and even more delays.
As much of a headache as it is to have a flight delayed or canceled, there are things you can do to make your life easier if it does happen.
But the best thing you can do is just keep opening up your reservation, keep opening that app, check on it. And as soon as you see something go awry, start doing what you need to do to deal with that.
Travel experts also advise being first to the gate agent's desk, calling international customer service lines for faster service, and remembering honey catches more flies than vinegar. As for the Scouts, the cross-country drive didn't manage to ruin their week-long trip adventuring through Florida.
Scouts have been great about it. They've been really patient. They're making the most of it.
David Schumann, WCCO 4 News.
In a statement, Sun Country apologized to their customers and asked for their patience.
That is a long
drive.
Still ahead tonight, breaking down the cost of insurance in tonight's Price Watch.
And overnight, the wind gusts will be picking up as we head toward that morning commute, gusting near 40 miles per hour. You can see there around 6 a.m. out of the southeast, beginning of a windy and at times wintry stretch of weather for the next 3 days. I'll break down your full forecast next.